This video today is going to be full of learning experiences for myself and for you. We're going to start over here with the Nasdaq. This morning on the live stream, we were talking about this setup developing over here on the Nasdaq as we were coming into this trend line over here. We saw price rising over here and actually giving an entry during the live stream. I just want to review this to see what happens next from here. We also took a look at the time. We saw that both Apple and Amazon both were coming off support and looked very nice. Here you can see the entry over here on the 8-hour over here as price made the higher high over here over 12,930. What do you do now? I want you to see on the 8-hour time frame, and then I'm going to zoom down to the 1 hour. By the way, this is Jordan with Conquer Trading and Investing. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. Either which way, please go ahead and smash the like button and get us going here. Do appreciate that over here. You could see what happened over here is that we're currently into this light support. It is light. You could see the line coming back. We've used this line throughout the year. It has provided a great guideline to us. And you can see that price is coming into that area of resistance. Does that mean it's time to go ahead and move your stop loss to break even? I want to come down on the 1 hour to give you a better view. The entry being over here, right there. You could see that on the 1 hour prices since after the entry come into that resistance, came in for the retest and resuming off back into that light resistance. You could see over here as I'm zoomed in, that light resistance had a touch over here. Again, we peeked into it right over there and then another touch over there. So it's definitely a line that the market's paying attention to right now, only I'm not going to go ahead and I would not recommend personally moving your stop loss to break even at this point. You got to give the trade a little bit of room to roam over here. I think that this resistance over here coming in right around 13,055, you can see my mouse over there. If price were to come into there, that would be the place to go ahead and move your stop loss to break even. Right now, you should give the trade room to develop, keeping your stop loss wherever it was placed at the time of entry. That's the best way to approach this trade right now on the Nasdaq. Let's take a look across the board over here just really quick to check in. S&P 500 looks like it's breaking out of that bull flag we've been watching over here, that consolidation pattern. The Russell is trading off a little bit today, but this looks entirely healthy trading within this rising channel over here. Is that a bearish pattern? Only if it breaks to the downside. If this loses the support over here, we could expect a further correction, first coming down towards the $2010, $2009 area. If that doesn't hold, we have bigger support over here at 1943. If this breaks out to the upside of this trend line, it's going to break with some fire, I believe. And looking at the Dow over here really quick, it continues after breaking out of that bull flag just to consolidate right below all-time highs. The dollar, let's check in over the dollar over here. We all know that we've been following this big resistance over here. And this trend line over here is even a bigger deal. I'm not going to focus on that right now. I'm going to focus back over here on this trend line that price has recently been rejected off of. And you can see what is appearing over here is a bull flag downward sloping channel. What does that mean? Does that mean that we're going higher? Well, very, 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 very extraordinarily bearish right now on the dollar technically. For us, if we break out over here, we still have to clear that resistance over here at 90.56. And if that were to occur, I think that we're looking at trading close to 91 and then perhaps into this trend line over here. Now, look, I want to show you what else is going on looking at the DXY over here. This is the US dollar index. I want to focus in on the Euro US dollar really quick with you so you could see that actually the Euro US dollar is leaning into some support over here as the DXY is in that upper trend line resistance. Just here's a quick look at the DXY over here. You can see that price is into this resistance. That trend line is resistance. And why that's happening, you're looking at the Euro US dollar trading off of support. Obviously, as the DXY is in a huge downtrend, the DXY is in a huge uptrend. If this were to hold overnight, when I say overnight, I mean throughout the Asian session, and then start making higher highs during the London session, I believe that offers a very nice opportunity to get long here, the Euro US dollar. Now, we are running into some political problems over in Italy, and that could transpire over into the euro itself. Nevertheless, you have to trade what's happening in front of you, trade what's happening on the charts. You can see the Euro US dollar has been in a massive uptrend, right? Going back over here from when it bottomed back in May of this year, 2020. And you can see right now that we pulled back into this area of support. It's also horizontal support if you follow my mouse where we are coming in at $1.2134. If we're able to hold here, resume off, that's a trade absolutely worth looking at. If you take these type of trades all year long, you're going to be a profitable trader. Know where your stop loss is and set your position, your position size according to that. Let's take a look over at Bitcoin. We were looking at Bitcoin this morning together during the live stream. If you missed that live stream, you do want to watch that right after this episode over here. By the way, if you're still watching and haven't yet smashed that like button, please go ahead and do that. We were focused in on this line of resistance right over here, right? Since then, we've broken out above it. We've came into this resistance line over here, took that line out pretty quickly, and came all the way into that resistance. I'm going to come down to a 15-minute chart or a 30-minute chart just so you could see what happened. And you could see how these magic lines work over here. You could see after breaking outside of this trend line over here, all of a sudden price went through this first resistance into the far end, the last resistance. I'm going to show you what happens if Bitcoin breaks out to the upside over here. After touching that resistance, it came back into this other trend line, and it so far looks like it's trying to confirm that as support. You could see the touch into that line, and now looking to resume back up. We have to break outside of that trend line. If we are able to break outside of that trend line, then Bitcoin looks like it has the potential to run, and somewhere around 39,500, perhaps even towards 40,000. That would be the first area of resistance that we're looking at. That was the all-time high in that area, coming in just a little bit higher above that. Ethereum also tracking Bitcoin very well. I should have been a little bit more, how do we say, alert. That's what I'm saying. I'm always learning myself. As Bitcoin was putting in this nice pattern over here, these trend lines over here, giving us the opportunity once we saw that trend line break, looking for Bitcoin to run. You can see Ethereum, while I only had in this resistance over here, coming in at $11,050. You could see that Ethereum was actually putting in the same type of price action. You could go ahead, let me make that a little darker for myself and for you. Let me go ahead and just go boom, boom. Now we can see what we're working with. And if I were to extend that line over, right, you could see that Ethereum was working off that same trend line that Bitcoin was working off of. Let me come down to the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, you could see it very well. You could see the breakout, the retest, the resumption upwards, conquering the markets all day long. And now we're targeting this area of resistance. Ethereum still needs to break above that 11,050 area over here to be going up and then targeting higher, targeting first around 12,076. Let me go ahead and draw that in over here. Hopefully this is something that we're able to break through tonight, and then we could look at this target over here. That is not the target that you would be looking to take full profit off of. If you were in this trade right now, as we came into this area, you'd be looking to take about 20% of your trade off as profit, allowing the rest to run. If Ethereum is able to go ahead and challenge the all-time high over here and start running past new all-time highs, we are in the bull market phase of both Bitcoin and Ethereum. Do expect, once new highs are taking out, for price to run. That's it for today. Very short, very sweet. Tomorrow morning, I'll see you all as we go live. If you're not receiving those updates when we go live in the morning for our live streams Monday through Friday, 9 o'clock a.m. in Eastern time, there's a link below to the Telegram channel. You'll be alerted whenever we post a video or go live. That's it, everyone. Have a beautiful day, and I'll talk to you soon.